Hey Book Dragons, I'm so glad that you're here with me today. It's time for my weekly digest, and we're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff that I got up to this week. I'm going to start with my books, what I've been reading, and I have been mostly focusing on Empire of the Dawn this week by Jay Kristoff. I've been reading that on my Kobo, and I'm absolutely loving it so far. I can't wait to see how this book ends. There have been some major revelations. I'm talking jaw-dropping revelations and moments that make you go, what the heck did I just read? Oh man, so many things that we're finding out that are just shockers in a good way. And I'm about halfway through the book now, a little over actually, and oh wow, it is so good. So good. I love Jay's prose. His writing style is fantastic. His characters are amazing. The world that he's built is so good. I keep saying to myself, this is going to end up on my top 10 books of the year. I have no doubt. I will be shocked if it doesn't, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So I'm really enjoying that. And I started reading 3-Act Tragedy by Agatha Christie. And I am buddy reading the Poirot novels with my friend Mona Lisa over at Mona Lisa Reads. And we're just having a great time. That's not to say that we won't read other Agatha Christie books after we finish Poirot, but we're focused on Poirot right now. And we're doing it in publication order. And so far, that's worked out pretty well. In publication order, they do kind of bounce back and forth in his career. But overall, it's been pretty linear, I feel like, so it's fine. But yeah, absolutely loving 3-Act Tragedy so far. And I was pleasantly surprised to see a character pop up that I had seen in another Agatha Christie book that is not Poirot related. So that was kind of cool. And I won't say who it is, but it was a familiar face for me. Let's put it that way. And no, it's not Hastings. Hastings is in a lot of the books. But no, this is somebody completely different. And I'm having a blast with it. So let's talk about channel notes. I only have a couple of things on the channel notes for you this week. But the first one is my Misery review. I released that on Tuesday, and I really hope that if you have not had a chance to watch it, that you'll go check it out. There is a spoiler-free section and a spoiler section, so keep that in mind. If you have not read Misery or watched the movie, you can make your decisions on how you want to handle that video. But I'd love for you to watch it, give it some love, and if you like it, hit the like button. You know, that always helps. The algorithm seems to be pickier and pickier nowadays. And then coming up next Tuesday, I'm going to have my book review blast. I'm going to be covering 4 different books that I recently read that I didn't really feel warranted a full video treatment just by themselves, but I wanted to get the reviews for them out there, and then I'll probably turn those into YouTube shorts. I'll chop it up and make it into shorts. So if that's something that you are intrigued by and you'd like to see, check that video out, and then look for the shorts if that's something you'd rather see, because I will be splitting it up over the next few weeks as we go into the holidays, trying to get those YouTube shorts out there. I don't do a lot of shorts, but I'm looking for ways to do more shorts, and that's one of them. So I'm going to get into other shenanigans, but the first thing I want to talk about is that I got to meet Travis Baldree. One of my good friends and her husband had bought tickets to see Travis Baldree at Changing Hands Bookstore in Tempe, Arizona. It's about 35, 40 minutes from me. And they were not feeling too well, and so they sent me a text. They're like, hey, would you like to go to this? And I'm like, yeah, twist my arm, will you? I was so excited to be able to go to that. And it was last minute. Like, they texted me the morning of, hey, we're not feeling well. Would you like to go? Here's the tickets and you get a free book out of it. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I got on the horn with my partner and Kara said she'd go with me. And so we had a really good time. I've got some pictures here that you'll see on the screen of getting books signed and everything. And it was really cool. He did a reading from his new book, Brigands and Bread Knives, and it was just an absolutely magical experience. I think fans of his books are really going to enjoy it. He did a Q&A afterwards, and it was really insightful, especially for me as an author. Seeing how other authors approach the craft was really awesome. And I appreciated getting his insights into writing and publishing and all the things. So he talked a little bit about other projects he's got coming up as well. And I won't spoil that here. I'll just kind of leave that for you guys to find out as time goes on. But there is a project in the works that is related to the Legends and Lattes and all of those books. So there is a project that's related to that, and he's probably going to do more in that world as well. So we had an absolutely awesome time seeing Travis. He's super fun, super engaging, really friendly, just a great human being as well as a great writer. And we were able to get books signed. Now, I had the first two books, Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bone Dust, in my library already. I had gotten these really nice fancy covers with the sprayed edges and everything. There was not an edition of his new book out yet that had these covers, and that's fine. But at least it matched. It still matches the size, even though the cover is a fully illustrated scenic cover. You can see it there. It's just a wonderful cover. I love it. And the reading that he did was from a chapter later on in the book. I think it was chapter 15 that he read. And, I love seeing these characters on the cover and thinking about the chapter he read. And yeah, just a great experience. And of course, he did sign it. And he did a little doodle on there as well. You can see at the top here, he did a doodle for it. So he signed that for us. And then he signed these as well for me. He was kind enough to sign this for me as well. So Bookshops and Bone Dust. And he also signed Legends and Lattes for me. So that was really cool. And yeah, such a great experience. Travis is an awesome guy. And if you have not read Legends and Lattes, you're missing out. It's a really fun book. I have not read Bookshops and Bone Dust yet. That's next on my list. And then I will be reading Brigands and Bread Knives as well. And yeah, guys, read these books. And if you get a chance to meet Travis. He's a really cool guy. So that, I think, was my highlight of the shenanigans that I got up to this week. But there were other shenanigans as well. We continued watching Welcome to Derry. And we watched episode 4. That was the newest one that released on Sunday. And, oh man, this series is packing a punch. And there's all kinds of little revelations and things that you think are Easter eggs that probably point to things that are going to happen later on in the series. And I'm just loving it. Welcome to Derry is a really high quality show. I hope it gets renewed for several more seasons, because I know they have plans for what they might do for future seasons as it goes back into the history of Derry. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I also watched the movie Something Wicked This Way Comes because I had read the book. I wanted to watch the movie. The movie was okay. It was entertaining. It hadn't aged too well. It was kind of hokey in parts. But it was really interesting to see a young Jonathan Pryce. And he was very good. I mean, he was positively menacing as Mr. Dark. But they did make some changes, quite a few changes. And it didn't feel like it was a good representation of the book. But, I mean, for the time that it was made, I think it was pretty good. You know, that was kind of during that time where Disney was kind of, okay, how family friendly do we want to be, but how do we keep it family friendly enough? It was kind of one of Disney's first horror movies and just kind of in this weird spot, you know. So I think it was a lot of fun to watch. I'm glad I watched it, but I wouldn't watch it again probably. And then the other movie we watched was Ex Machina. Now, I have seen Ex Machina before. It's been a long time, but it's a really, really good film. It stars Oscar Isaac. Donald Gleason is in it as well. And I forget the other lady's name that played Ava, the artificial life form. It's a fascinating movie, and it's a very timely movie, even though it's been about a decade since it came out. Oscar Isaac really cements his stature in the acting community in that movie. Just a fantastic performance from him, from Donald Gleason as well. I think he gave a great performance as well. They all did. But it really shows the perils of where we might be going with AI. At what point do we decide that an AI is actually human, is actually sentient, and, it goes through things like the Turing test to determine whether or not AI has become human. It really poses that question. If an AI was released out into our world in a bodily form that was created for them, is there a point where we would not know that they were not human based upon their appearance and the conversations they had with us? It's wild. It's a wild movie and very timely. Back when that movie was made, AI was just still kind of a forethought. It wasn't really there, but now it is. And it's an A24 film. If you haven't seen an A24 film before, they've produced films like The Green Knight. They did The Tragedy of Macbeth with Denzel Washington, and I have not seen that one, but the A24 films that I have seen have been really good. And I think you're in for a real treat with this movie. So, anyway, there we go, guys. That's all I have to say for this week. Let me know in the comments below what you got up to this week. What were some of the books that you read? Did you watch any movies or TV shows? Did you play any games? What have you been up to? I would love to hear from you. And until next time, make sure you read more books. And if you want to watch more of my content, check out the end screen here.